Hello, hello. Welcome to the next installment of FANHOME builds the 66 Batmobile. It's been a little late. The past couple months just been doing unboxings because we're at the carpal tunnel surgery. But now I feel it's not 100%, but I am able to use it to do some projects. Just like this, we're going to start working on parts 15 through 20. We got chassis pieces, which is exciting. I wish they would start with the chassis parts. Yeah, but anyway, let's get the frame rails out of the packaging. This is pack number 50. We'll get a new screwdriver with this set. Ooh, nice. This is all metal. This is the front part of the frame. Here, nice metal piece. And get the new screwdriver for the set. Some hose that'll be used probably for fuel line. Let's see. Let's get our magazine out. We went through the magazines with the previous installments. And yep, that's fuel line. That connects to the fuel pump here. I'm not sure which. I'm going to wait to do that. And preparing the front chassis comes with a beam protected from shipping. So this is a cross member. It's just for protecting shipping. My string guard where you can see it. And the toy enhancer is the Batmobile looks. Yeah, this thing is awesome. This thing is huge. It's like 1/8 scale. It is a monstrous piece. AK's here. Name withheld. Yeah, I've been looking forward to getting to the chassis parts. Like I said, I wish they would start with the chassis where you can have your roller built up, but these next couple kits are taking care of that. So we got to take these off. And that's pretty much all we need to do for this. It has the fuel lines too. That's really nice. They give you a stabilizing brace to keep it from getting bent and shipping. Because sometimes these packagings take a wallop and mail, but big thing was just unpacking the chassis, getting the fuel line out, and that's it. Easy enough on there. We'll move to number 16. And we got fitting the cross member. We got number 16. Screws. I like to actually give you extra screws too, in case you drop some, which I tend to do sometimes. Alright, we got GM and EM screws. Set the big part of the chassis to the side for a second, and we're going to put these together. Oh, nice. They give you tweezers too in this set. We're going to mounting that. Then GM. I find it easier just to cut these. My fingers still don't work too well. Yeah, I can't say I recommend getting carpal tunnel surgery. I'm having to start PT for evaluation Friday. I start my PT on Thursday. I'm like half strength in my left hand right now. I've always seen them other people use those things as grip strength testers, and they part of the evaluation. They use that, and my right hand was squeeze was 108 pounds. I think this was like 23. Let's see. Let me check the chat real quick. Yeah, so storm collectible scale. So for last year, he says all my screws are either loose or missing altogether. It's a problem. Oh, that sucks. And this chassis is huge. We're working, this kit's going to be working on this and the control, upper and lower control arms and spindle on one side, if I remember correctly. Mix up my screws. I have to thank FANHOME again for sending me this kit. This is a fun build. I've been tempted to get these kits for a while, and they had one of their agents contact me about, would you be interested in building this? So I was like, why, yes, I would. I'm looking forward to when I get the full roller chassis together. They sent an email, said the kit's this month is going to be late, so it actually works out good for me to get playing catch up. And that is going to be one monstrous chassis. Nice. That is all for this chassis. I think I'm going to stick with the method of doing the unboxing as a separate video, then go over each of the magazines and do the builds as an independent live stream. I like this method. Straightforward, easy to do. And here we go. We got some control arms here. Number 17. Well, thank you very much, sir. I hope so too. I canceled the carpal tunnel surgery on my right hand because I'm over 2 months and I still can't use my left hand completely. It's like, no, thank you. Not doing that with my primary hand. I'm going to set the chassis to the side for now until I get the kit out, which I'll probably have to pick it right back up here in a minute. These are labeled as AOM and YOM HA. Hopefully that's all the screws because that bag is not sealed. And There's 3 in there. All right. We need AM screws. We're putting the bump stop on first. Yeah, these parts are all nice heavy duty metal, thick die cast. Bump stop's plastic, but these are nice heavy duty die cast. I'll use the shorter screwdriver for this. One of the previous ones they supplied. I'm sitting there trying to open the bag up when I said I can't get these open. I sitting there stumbled on it. We want left, go over this way. Yeah, my fingers work. The only real big issue I've had with this set here so far, the screws they had for these top pieces here are super tiny, and this is the first screwdriver they give you, and they don't give you any more until this new set, the frame set. And so I had to use a separate micro screwdriver that I already had to get these on. And then those were super small screws. Because next step, we got to thread the holes onto this piece. These are not threaded, so we got to use these to chase. Careful with these. As far as that goes. Yep. I'll do, for getting caught up, I'll probably go ahead and do another one of these next Tuesday and get caught up at speed 21 through 26. I forget. There we go. Stabbed myself in the finger. There will be blood. Didn't quite break the skin, but it'll be a blood blister. Now, after all that, what do you take them back out? One other thing I would suggest doing too on these kits, I haven't done it yet. Like all these plug wires and stuff, they keep wanting to pop off. This wants to pop off, and the wires down here, I would suggest like putting some little drop of glue on those when you're doing the assembly, just to make it a little easier. And now we're going to be putting the lower control arm here. There. Okay. So you make sure to hold on to this screw, and we do the other control arm. You can see why they want you to pre-thread that beforehand. That's cool. That is pretty cool. All right. That finishes up number 17. Let's move on to number 18. All right, we'll do the other control arm. That'll bolt here. Four screws. We got CM, AHM, and more AMs. So take this side, and we want to use the AMs and put the bump stop onto the drawer like we did before. Hopefully not. I realize now that Paul Dini and others real creative people behind the old cartoons, and Bruce Timm was just there. They just need to start making new things instead of trying to keep up old stuff. Yeah. They don't want to take risk. That's the problem. We got a lot of AMs here, so we got some more. Two for the pump stop. I like the fact that screwdrivers are magnetic. That helps a lot. I'll tell you a fun Batman series I didn't really think it would be any good when it started was Batman Brave and the Bold. That was a good series. I liked it. It was campy in a good way. The Music Meister. That'll go there. And we're going to do some thread chasing again on this one. That would go over here. Yep. Well, that's going to be fun. I'm just going to go ahead and put this one in. I won't skip a step. And I'll thread that in a second. Definitely you want to get these threads started because this is a little fiddly operation here. Balance and get it started. Now we're going to take the AHMs and thread these like we did before, and these will bolt. This will cross member bolt here, and we'll had some fun today. That's had to go out and we were out at the house, and on the way back, let the dogs out in the yard, and somebody came here while we were gone and left a pamphlet. Living with a black bear and the myths, and they're not really dangerous, but the people who left it were terrified of my senior dogs, so they didn't. They kind of threw it in the yard instead of bringing it to the door. Like, yeah, misconceptions. Bears are not dangerous, but they were terrified of a corgi beagle mix and an old senior beagle Walker Hound mix. But bears are not dangerous. We have a black bear in the neighborhood that keeps getting in the trash. That should be good. I'll take these back out. And we'll be bolting this to. We're actually connecting the engine to this here in a moment, that's exciting. this goes like that. A little easier now. Got more of it together. More to brace against. And this thing's going to be heavy when it's all done. Lots of die cast. That's pretty cool. And this will be bolted on here. Put the control arms down, feed it through, put them back up. These are CM screws into the chassis. There's eventually going to be toppers to the chassis too, so you don't see the openness of the frame. A little more torque. I'm shaking the camera on the screw. I'll slow down with the screwdriver. Does it shake the camera so bad? 30 minutes. I didn't think I was been here that long. Yeah, I think it'd be best to, along with the, where they're sending so many kits, like 5 kits, 5 parts of the kit each time now. it'd probably be best to go ahead and start breaking it up into 2 videos: the unboxing, going over the magazines, and the build. And, hello. Welcome. Next, we get to actually put the engine in. Okay. We will. We got the motor mounts here and here. They go into here, these 2 spots here. I'll go ahead and stick the fuel line on and feed it through the bottom. This wire, ground wire that goes to the starter is killing me. It always falls off. I want to glue that thing. I want to glue these 2. In place. Put there's the fuel line. Screws through here. Need screws. C-on for the transmission cross member. I'll go ahead and do that one first. Okay. We need FANHOME screws for the motor mount. Yep, the link for this is in the description. This has been a fun project, really cool build. So I will go back and add a couple drops of glue on a couple of places, like on the wires and a few fittings on the engine, like this, the ground cable for the starter. It just keeps popping off on me, so I need to glue that one in place. these EGR here. I think those probably will end up getting glued. But that is all for kit number 18. We have the engine mounted. Working suspension, very cool. And here we go. We're going to get some frame rail covers, boxing the top of the frame, and the front stabilizer link, stabilizer bar. This is number 19. And thank you for everybody coming in and tuning in on this. This is definitely a fun build. A little change of pace too from the regular customizing I do. I used to build models a lot when I was young. And this is a fun going back in that process. Of course, everything's pre-paint on this, which is nice. Didn't get my screws out of the bag. I was like, where's my screws? We got more AEM fit screws and KPs. These top cover pieces are going to be AEMs. These key in one way, you can't mix them up. Nice. Let's go ahead and get these screwed in. Tweezers are definitely handy to have. Jack Morrison, I have the Batmobile to build. Nice. Definitely a fun kit. And my age group, through watching Batman and reruns, is like probably one of the first like TV cars you like really loved. Those grew up in the Gen X era. Like, you had a lot of cool like TV cut vehicles. tempted to get the Knight Rider FANHOME build. That thing, I love Knight Rider. That was one of my favorite shows as a kid. I'm getting the Transformers crossover. And it's like, I haven't got any of the crossovers, but kit just seems so right. So here's what I was talking about. Putting a little glue on these plug wires. It came off again. I'm sure I've mixed the firing order up on these things, but they've popped off so many times. Definitely, it's going to need a little dab of glue. It makes the chassis look so much heavier. The covers are plastic, and the rest of the frame is all metal. Squeak, squeak. About 40. We just got one kit to go once we finish up 19. Probably put us out at the hour mark once we're done. The next kit's got more of the front suspension. We should start getting the front wheels on the next live stream. I will beforehand probably go in and do a little bit of glue work on the wires and a few little spots. I just tired of them popping off. And that is one of my little dogs snoring in the background. If you can hear that. Oop. My big mitt is blocking the camera. All right. Now, what we got next? We are going to do sway bar end links. They take one screw each, KP through the bottom. And we'll put these over here. the bump stops we put on them earlier. They have a spot for the sway bar end links. The bigger this gets, it might be the more difficult it is to manage the assembly. It's part of the fun of it. Oh. Okay. Get the other side. Sway bar clip onto this, and we put it in the bushings, containers, bushings afterwards. This is your home. Get in your home. I got something to hold on to. I think it needs to go a little bit tighter. As far as she's gonna go. All right. Now, got those in place. We are going to thread in the sway bar, clip that onto those end links. Go one side in. Now we gotta get her. There we go. It's something to elevate the chassis while I put the sway bar end links in. You know. Could you notice the RoboCop kit looks interesting? Yeah, that does. It does indeed. RoboCop's one of my favorite movies too. Team up RoboCop and Knight Rider together. An issue of clearance for the screwdrivers. It's a little smaller screwdriver. Definitely recommend buying. They supply you some screwdrivers, but it would be good to get you some micro screwdrivers for these kits. Their assortment. Some of these screws are in tight places too, like that one there. Go. That finishes up kit 19. The last kit for the night. Number 20. We are going to be doing an upper control arm, a spindle, spring. What is 20A? Shock absorber rod. And tie rod end link Okay. So we'll get part of the suspension done. Ready. AK says RoboCop was brutal entertaining. Yeah, that was. The kit probably is too. EM screws, WM, more AMs. First things first, we're going to work on the spindle. Metal, which is good. Let's flip this around. This is the left side we're working on. Having these boxes and stuff here is definitely handy because getting this thing off the ground is kind of a must. Gonna need a lift. There's more screws in the pack too. The CM. Nope, WM. One is 20, labeled 20H, one's 20G. Which one is the longer of the two? That diagram does not tell me. G is the longer one. So G goes down here. These are all metal. Use the point down. Points up. Okay, we got that one in. Then we need to connect the upper suspension arm. This will go like that. Yep. All right. We're getting close to finishing up for the night. We need C-arm screws. They are over here. They are tiny ones. Goes that way. So we screw holes on one side, so it can only go one way. The background music turned off. It's weird. I cannot hear the background music, but it says it's playing. There it goes. Now I can hear it. Okay, now we need the control arm over here. This goes in. Screw here into that with the EM screws. Curious to see when the weigh-in when this thing's all said and done, because this is going to be a heavy kit. Get those open together. Go. That's our upper control arm. Now I got the spring. Oh, the spring's even metal. Nice. What we want to do here is get the spring in on here. Oh, let's unclip the sway bar. At least I didn't break it. And we need to flip her again. Definitely recommend getting you some boxes and stuff or something other to elevate the kit with. The screws. Where are my EMs? Two screws go on the bottom where the shocks tower is at. The bottom of the shock on the bottom of the control arm, just like on a real car. Welcome for everybody just tuning in. We're getting in the home stretch of finishing up the build tonight. A little more leverage. Flip her back over. So means you got the spring in there. We got to put the screw up top to tighten these back up. All right. We need a AIM screw. That is these. It's probably going to need to loosen those back up. Nope, I got it. Oh, hit the camera. Horrendous crash. No, I was right. First time I have to loosen up. Shocks. There we go. That goes through the top of the shock tower. Top of the shock, melts in place. Tighten these back up. Definitely got to glue these plug wires in place because I'll just knock a bunch of them loose. Now we are going to put our control arm on. Spindle arm, I'm sorry. Come on. That AIM, the bottom here. Now we flip it over. Use CM screws to mount the upper control arm. Perfect. Another CM screw here. Sorry. AIM. Sorry, I had to jump up right quick. Got a new puppy, and one of the older dogs don't like her. She attacked her this morning, well, this evening. The puppy is trying to make friends with her. Jump up and get her away from her. These are the CM screws, and this finishes up the kit for the night. So we'll get back onto it next week. We're going to have a rolling chassis before too long. We extend the frame back farther, I think, in the next set, and we get the front wheels mounted. There we go. Got, now that needs tightened up a little more. Yeah, that is cool. That I will do, so I had 4 wires come undone, so I'm going to fix the firing order. I'll have to redo it. Glue those in place, glue these other wires in place. But it's coming together. It's a huge chassis. Here's from the very first kit on the wheels. Let's see. Put the center cap on there. That is going to be massive. Love it. It's even got rubber bands on for the fan belts. Very cool. That will be the build for the night. It's a little over an hour. Yeah, I gotta attach all the wires back to the engine. I'm gonna go through and make sure the firing order is correct. We're gonna drive my OCD nuts. They've popped off a few times. And these need to be glued both sides. The ground wire for the starter. Probably go ahead and do the block here. But other than that, it's coming along really nice. Like I said, I definitely recommend gluing the wires. I don't think it's going to leak no oil. We'll need to bucket. Yeah, it's just have these here. So I don't know what these are from. They're good for like parts trays. I put screws and parts where everything's I'm working on. No idea where they come from. But anyway, thank you guys for coming out, hanging out with me tonight. We're building this. I'm going to do another one next Tuesday, and I will do this. I might do a separate video on the magazine holder. Somebody said they were having problems figuring out how to fold it, and I might do a little video putting this together. A little binder, put all the magazines in, which is great. And yeah, this has been fun. And everyone out in the chat, thank you again. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch y'all next time. Later.